Hello everyone, my name is NDUDIM Eunice, your host on Try Education. Try is Think Right Initiative, bringing you awareness in health and your body chemistry. And before I go on into the business of today, how you guys faring within this lockdown period? I hope you're managing well. I hope you're thinking of your loved ones. I hope you're putting a smile on the face of people around you. And I hope you're making the best use of this time because trust me, by the grace of God, it's coming to an end. And I believe that it won't last longer. It won't last any longer. Okay, so without further ado, let's go down straight into the business of today.
Every single day, I'm gonna make.
In today's video, I'm talking about menstrual hygiene. You know, as a girl grows older, she experiences a lot of changes in her body. And the beginning of her period is a very significant change, as this makes her a potential mother some other time in the future. I know that most of the girls who may be watching this video may have started seeing their period years ago, months ago, and might think they don't need this, but I believe that everybody does. And you know, I get to talk to a lot of ladies, and I ask, how do you track your period? And most of them are like, I don't track it, I just take it whenever it comes. And that's a very funny statement, and I think it is backed up by ignorance. Yes, the reason why you don't track your period is because you don't know how to track it. Let's be sincere with ourselves. Okay, so in today's video, I'm talking about tracking the period, how to stay clean during our menstrual cycle, and a whole lot of things. And then before I go on, to the guys who might be watching this, don't think that this doesn't concern you, because it does. It really does. You probably have sisters, may have a wife later in the future, and you probably have a girlfriend now. And I think it would be an extra bonus to her to understand that you actually understand her body. Okay, so before I go on, have you subscribed to this channel? If you're yet to do, please do. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell for updates on which education releases more videos. If you're yet to subscribe, hit that button. Okay, so let's go down straight without further ado. First of all, let's talk about the organs in the female reproductive system. We have the external organs and we have the internal organs. The external organs is usually called the vagina by most ladies, but it is more than the vagina, you know. And the internal organs, the womb, the fallopian tube, the ovaries. The internal organs, we have the vagina, the labia majora, the labia minora, the vulva, and then the list goes on. I'm going to be talking explicitly on that. Very soon I'll be starting a blog, tryeducation.org, and I assure you that in my blog I'm going to write explicitly on this. So do stay tuned, you can check it out, and whenever I do put that down, I promise I'm going to be letting my audience know. Okay, so let's go down to how to track our menstrual cycle. Okay, like I said, we have the internal and the external organs. The internal organs contains the ovaries, the fallopian tube, the uterus, the utera also, and then the cervix. The cervix is like the organ in between the internal and the external organs. It connects the internal and the external reproductive system. And okay, tracking your menstrual cycle regularly. Okay, generally, women have a menstrual cycle within the range of 21 to 35 days, but on an average, most women have a cycle of 28 days. Your menstrual cycle begins the first day you see your period. That's the number 1 day of menstrual cycle. Usually, a lady's period lasts from 3 to 7 days, but on an average, probably 4 days, but usually it's 3 to 7 days. So if you see anything less than 2, I think it's important to let your doctor know. And if you bleed for more than 7 days, it's also important to let your doctor know. And if you notice that you are bleeding in between your periods, it's also important to let your doctor know. Okay, so like I said, the first day of your period is the first day of your menstrual cycle, so that's day 1. And then exactly 14 days after the first day you saw your period is your ovulation day. During ovulation, the ovaries, like I said, one of the internal organs, releases 1 egg. There are 2, normally every female has 2 ovaries, but then just 1 ovary releases 1 egg every month. And sometimes in the case of twins, unidentical twins, we could have both ovaries releasing eggs. So the ovaries release 1 egg, and then it is swept into the uterus with the aid of the fallopian tube. Yeah, it is swept into the uterus. While the ovaries release egg, the uterus, which is also called the womb, begins to create a lining of blood around it. This lining of blood is to prepare itself in case of fertilization and pregnancy. So when this lining is created and then the egg is set, ready to be fertilized on the ovulation day, if a woman has sex within these days, is very much likely that she's going to get pregnant. That's why it is very important for every woman to know her ovulation days, because those are your most fertile days. Okay, so when this egg is there, or if a sperm is allowed to come in, probably due to sex, it is most likely it's going to fertilize the egg and then pregnancy. But in case of no fertilization, the egg disintegrates and body absorbs it back, and then the lining of the uterus, which the blood lining, is what we see as our menstrual cycle, as our menstrual periods rather, as our period. And then during time of a girl's period, it is very important that she stays clean, like maximum clean, for absorbing the blood that comes out of the body, to avoid getting stained and attracting attention, which no girl wants. Usually a pad is used, or there's something called menstrual cups can also be used, or even napkin is used. It is never advised to use a pad, a napkin, or even a cup for too long. For pads, after let's say 6 hours, check yourself. You don't need to wait for the pad or napkin to get full before you change it. Using one pad for a long time, probably 12 hours or more, could lead to infection, because accumulation of blood attracts bacteria, and these bacteria, if they get into the body, could lead to infection. And like I said earlier, infections could lead to infertility. So please don't use your pad for too long. And for pads, there are varieties of pads in the market. Just know which one works best for you. There's Lady Care, there's Virony, there's Always Ultra. Personally, I love Always Ultra, but then some other girls like Virony. I don't have a problem with that too. Like, okay, there's also Dry Love. So just check it out and know which one works best for you. And then there are menstrual cups. If you use this cup, insert it in, it will absorb the blood, and after probably, these ones can last longer than the pads. So after like 12 hours, you can remove it, throw off the blood in the cup, wash it properly, and then insert back. But then cups are expected, you are expected to sterilize your cup if you use menstrual cups at least once a month. Sterilize by boiling. Okay, so stay clean during your menstrual cycle, and then avoid the use of probably menstrual hygiene, chemical agents during your period. Avoid the use of vaginal treatment of any sort during your period, because during a girl's period, the body has its way of keeping itself clean and does not need external help, because using these chemical or artificial products sold in the market during your period could hamper with the natural cleaning process of your body and could lead to infection. So during your period, don't use them. After a period, you can go back to using them. And it's important to understand that menstrual cramps, mood swing, and tiredness is normal during a girl's menstrual cycle. So there's nothing wrong with it. During menstrual cramps, you could take some pain relievers like ibuprofen, paracetamol, and then the list goes on. But before you begin to take that, please consult your medical doctor and let them know what you intend to do, so you could get the best advice to avoid complications. So don't forget, I said consult your medical doctor before using any drug to treat menstrual cramps. And then a girl is expected to take a lot of water, drink water. Speaking about water, have you seen my video on benefits of drinking water? If you're yet to do that, check it. The link will be on the description below. So check it out. See the wonderful benefits of taking water. And then drink a lot of water, because water could actually help and prevent urinary tract infection. And then I think I've exhausted practically everything I intend to tell you. And then for the guys, understand the woman. It is normal during her menstrual cycle to have a lot of mood swings. She's happy this period and then she's offended the next period, practically over nothing. Try to be understanding. It's part of it. She's having a lot of hormones, do a lot of jobs into her body, and you cannot blame her. So So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and then turn on the notification bell for updates. And then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and go down to the comment box and tell me what you feel about this video. I'd love to know what you think. And then my audience, I'll be live on air at Incubator Media every Saturday. I'll be leaving the link on the description box below. It's going to be by 4 p.m. every Saturday, so please check it out. Don't forget to hear me. I'm talking about completely different things that I talk about on my YouTube channel, so if you want to check that out, so it is www.theincubatormedia.com. so please check it out, and then don't forget to stay tuned and stay healthy. I love you guys. Hello guys, my name is Eunice, your on child education. In the process of explaining, I skipped something, and I think it's very important to let my audience know what that was. Okay, like I told you, 14 days after you see your first bleeding, the first day of your period is the ovulation period, and exactly 2 weeks after ovulation, you begin to see your next period. So exactly 2 weeks after ovulation, your next menstrual cycle begins. So do stay tuned and stay healthy. And don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook at Think Right Initiative and on Instagram NDUDIM Eunice. On Facebook, I posted a video of colors you could see during your period that could actually be cause for alarm. I actually saw that video on one of my favorite YouTube channels, and I thought it was useful, so I posted it for my audience on Facebook, so you might want to check it out too. Do stay tuned and stay healthy. On Instagram, it is NDUDIM_Eunice. Stay tuned.